The racial targeting of the otherness. After 9/11, Arab Muslims and South Asians were brutally attacked and still in many ways subjected to various forms of discrimination. And so when young people now say, this is horrible, what we're going through, COVID-19 and the backlash, have you ever seen it, Professor, this bad? And I say, yeah, 20 years ago, 9/11, Arab Muslims and South Asians suffered far worse.
The issue arrived at 911 is really in some ways like deja vu. We know it all along because before 911 there's Chinatown. After 911 there's still Chinatown. So in a sense we've been doing it before 911. We know the issues. The issues come back is still Chinatown is jobs, language, access, public policy in the sense that are the public government people who make policy aware or listen to our issues.
I remember it very vividly. It was primary day, and we were working since 5:30 in the morning. It was about 10:30 where people start coming in and saying there's no more World Trade Center. And, they were sort of very upset and screaming, so we went out to take a look, and we saw the smoke. Everybody was so shocked.
那么那个时候呢，我第一件事情，我就是拿起电话，打电话找我太太，因为她办公的地方是在 Broadway 和 Vesey Street， 和姊妹大厦的话差一个 one block， 从 Broadway 和 Canal Street 开始，这是由 National Guard 全部封起来了。回到办公室的话，一股硝烟弥漫的怪味道。
On that day, I was in Chinatown. I still remember that I can smell the smell from the air, even after Thanksgiving.
And we were listening closely to the radio to find out, well, is this safe to breathe the air down here? And the Environmental Protection Agency got on the radio, got on TV and said, everything's fine, go back home, you can breathe the air, there's nothing wrong, we've tested it. And I began to hear really disturbing reports from some people who worked for the Port Authority, and they said that the readings are off the chart and they're really hiding information from the public. There was, of course, a tremendous desire to get Wall Street up and running, which is one of the engines for the economy. So I think that the people who lived down here were really sacrificed and lied to about the quality of the air, so they would go back home and go back to their businesses and try to get back to normal.
Has your mom's work been affected at all by September 11th?
After September 11th, her factory closed for about a month, and so she didn't have any work to do for that period of time. And we live really close to the site. We used to be able to see the Twin Towers, and we had a very nice skyline actually. And so when September 11th happened, my mom actually got to see one of the towers falling down. It was really bad air, it smelled really badly. There was a period of time when she had no income, I guess, and so that was pretty hard on her. But then there were these recovery funds. I mean, there were some Red Cross funds or whatever, and if you lived in this area or worked in this area, you qualified for some financial aid. And so she got a lot of that, which we were very thankful for.
All my tenants moved out gradually, and my building was vacant for more than 20 months. And little by little, I had my new tenants back, and right now I only have only 60% of my building rent. I still need more tenants, but I still have to pay my real estate tax. I still have to pay my everything. I applied for some assistance from the government. All I got is about $6,000. Not even 1 month of my mortgage payment. I pay my mortgage about $12,000 a month.
911以後咧，就係一路耷落去咧經濟，咁啊當時就閂911嘅，跟住就停咗一輪，後尾再開，後尾又再停，咁啊最尾就關門咯。我哋啲就即係新移民，又唔知呢度嘅歷史點樣係嘛？咁啊就有份工做就穩穩陣陣咁嘅啦。咁冇工做咁又再揾個第二份咁咯。不過即係話而家就911後就好難揾啦咁。其他嗰啲咧就而家你嗰啲好多人都失業，好難揾工。咁啊而家要睇年齡啊。咁啊當時望下你個樣，咁嗌你寫低電話號碼，基本上就係唔請㗎啦。咁你話識英文嘅有好多都要，起碼簡單英文都識，咁自己一啲都唔識就變咗就又做唔成咁啦。
Certainly with the pandemic, impacting just in terms of the disease is huge, but also in terms of the way we've been isolated in our bubbles. And during this period, the rise of anti-Asian violence has been really incredible. That has definitely been a unique aspect of the pandemic period.
Our elderly are being beaten up, but back in 9/11, there were so many shootings and killings of Arab Muslims and South Asians. And so it is important to make that connection to how we're perceived as the perpetual foreigner, even 20 years later. One thing I do see as a difference is more people speaking out, a sense of solidarity with the East Asian community from African, Latinos, and so forth.
How's the night?